In this video, we're going to take a look at how we can manage our projects, sets and files in Ableton Live. We can use the Manage Files button to set exactly what files the project and set are using, as well as locating any corrupt or missing files. We can also use the browser to save custom presets, as well as swap between current and past sets and projects, and even copy parts or whole sets into other projects. If we save this set, you can see a new project folder is created. We can have multiple sets in any one given project folder. Let's do some housekeeping and rename the project Techno Remix 1 project. We've already saved a set called Set1 into this project folder. Let's go ahead and save another alternative set into the project folder with a different name. We can now manage the files by going to the File menu at the top left of the screen and clicking Manage Files. This now opens the File Management section in the Help view to the right of the display. We can now choose from Manage Set, Manage Project or Manage User Library. Clicking Manage Set will allow us to manage files for this individual set within the project. Pressing Manage Project will allow us to manage the files for the entire project, which contains all three sets. Finally, we can click Manage User Library. Let's now click Manage Project, and we can see the Manage Files section update to tell us information such as the location of the project on the hard drive, how many sets, clips, presets, and how many media files are contained within the project. We can now also see or locate any missing or corrupt files. We can see any external files being used in the project, as well as any factory packs that may be getting used. This is important because if we're moving this file to another computer or sending it to another producer, we want all the necessary samples to go with it. To do this, we can go to the File menu and choose Collect All and Save from the drop-down. This ensures all third-party samples and packs are placed in the project folder with the set. To check this has worked, we can navigate to the folder on the hard drive, and we should now see a set folder as well as a sample folder and an info folder. We can also display any unused files which aren't be using within any of the sets within the project. If we click Show, we can see and preview them in the browser. From here, we can either right-click and locate them on the hard disk, or show them in Finder, or we can select them all and delete them. It's important to delete any unused or unwanted files for good housekeeping, especially if you're collaborating. This is because you want to keep your file sizes as small as possible by not sending any unnecessary files. You may be limited by your internet connection, online drive size, or by the size of your USB device. Next, we're going to see how we can merge projects together and copy ideas from one set to another. We can save a folder into the browser using the Add Folder button at the bottom of the browser. As you can see, I've added in my Ableton Projects folder and my Samples folder. We can now select any number of tracks from the project and drag them into this Ableton Projects folder. This will create a new set which can be removed, which only contains these specific tracks. Notice how the set has a drop-down menu, so we can access each individual track, clip or sample. We can now open a completely different set and drag the first set containing the tracks into it. The tracks will contain all the clips, settings and plugins as before. This is especially useful for saving commonly used tracks or channel strips. For example, you may have the perfect affected TR909 drum machine. It could make sense to use this drum machine as a track with clips that are already on it that you want to use in most of your projects. By saving it like this, you could save yourself a lot of time and hassle recording all the projects.